Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We have another new update, or multiple new updates really, now live in Black Ops 6. Over the course of the pre-order, early access beta, then also the open beta the past couple of days, we've seen a lot of different changes, a lot of different patch notes drop, and this weekend especially, we've actually seen Treyarch go through and update quite a few things, and that's exactly the case again here today. We've got new gameplay updates, some bug fixes, some other content drops as well to close out the beta, which obviously concludes tomorrow morning. So sort of a last chance final update for the beta before, of course, the next time we play the game being the full-on launch on October 25th. So as we go through all the updates, all the changes here today, if you enjoy the video, a like rating is always really appreciated. It does help grow the channel a lot. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not subscribed yet, let's change that. Every single day, I got you covered with everything going on in COD, whether it's news, updates, and patch notes like this, or if it's meta breakdowns, tips, and tricks, it's all right here. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. I do got to say, throughout all the Black Ops 6 content so far, you guys have been showing so much support on all the videos, so I truly do appreciate it. Much love to everyone spending the time watching the videos and supporting the channel. But anyways, COD Updates has been posting quite a few things over the past day or so, including an update to their patch notes from a few days back. Yes, I guess you could consider this patch notes for the patch notes. This is where we're at now, folks. Anyways, they say an update for the Black Ops 6 open beta update. A fix mentioned in our patch notes regarding setting the ADS transition timing to instant on keyboard and mouse has indeed been fixed and will be available at launch, but will be unavailable during the open beta weekend. So for this, it was a fix they identified and were able to actually, have resolved. But for whatever reason, it just can't make it into the current version of the game, whether that's because it needs another title update to go through and they don't really need to have another title update go out if that's the only thing that's being changed, or whatever the case is. They know the fix for this on keyboard and mouse, where if you have this transition timing set to instant, it makes it so that your ADS is really wonky and kind of laggy and like slowed down. Super weird bug, but good news is this will be fully fixed for launch. So if you had that issue during the beta, you shouldn't have to worry about that once the full game is out. Now, we do also have a full patch note list from an update that went out yesterday afternoon on September 7th. It's not a super lengthy patch note list, hence why I saved it just for like a sort of culmination of all the updates to close out the beta, right? But they do say here, for multiplayer, Scud has returned to the rotation in the core mosh pit. So you might have noticed that in the first day of the open beta, Scud was nowhere to be found. It was MIA. It basically seemed like Babylon just replaced it, but now we do have 5 maps within the core mosh pit now fully available between obviously Scud, Rewind, Skyline, Derelict, and then also Babylon. So a little bit of variety there. Obviously all pretty small maps, but that's kind of the theme with Black Ops 6. There's not really any major large maps, or so they've stated. They also say an update is out for progression with daily challenges, address an issue where users weren't granted bonus XP after completing daily challenges. Obviously kind of the only point in going through and completing the daily challenges. So if you are trying to max out, hit level 30 doing some of those daily challenges is a super easy way to go through and just get some extra bonus XP so you can make sure you hit that level cap, you get all the unlocks, you get all the rewards obviously for the beta and both the full game as well. So nice little way to get some bonus XP here and there, and it's actually fully working now, which is obviously good news. They also say on the stability side of things, they addressed more issues with server side stability. This has been a patch note like 3 or 4 times now, just in the time of the beta being out between early access and the open beta. That said, there's still a lot of packet burst issues, so they're not really getting into specifics with the server-side stability. They're not mentioning, hey, we're addressing that specific packet burst issue, or hey, we're just helping out with server performance so it doesn't seem as laggy or stuttery or whatever, right? They don't really get into specifics here. They leave it to be very ambiguous. I wish that was the other way around. I would much rather have too much information here than very little information, but nonetheless, some kind of server stability update did go out. And then also, Double XP is fully live now. This actually went live yesterday morning, but if you are trying to go through double weapon XP, I should say, so if you're trying to go through, level up some guns, test out some fun builds, maybe go for some nukes or whatever the case is, you can go through and level up weapons a whole lot faster now. I did also cover a couple of weapons you might want to check out if you're just looking for some good setups the other day, so feel free to go check out that video if you're interested. But that actually is not all the changes that ended up going out in the past day or so. Call of Duty Updates also posted saying there's been another another update to the patch notes. So we've got patch notes for the patch notes on top of our patch notes for patch notes. This is a fun reality, right? So they say for the Black Ops 6 open beta, additional patch notes for the September 6th section, I'm assuming they meant September 7th section with their full patch notes page, resolved an issue where flashbangs would not produce flash effects at certain angles relative to enemy players. So basically, you could kind of cheese it if someone threw a flash at you and you looked a certain way, I guess. It would completely void the flashbang effect, which I actually kind of feel like could be used as a legit strat. Like it's actually like a skillful thing, but nonetheless, they resolved that issue. This is a bit of a questionable change. Increased flashbang effect duration for certain angles relative to enemy players. So if you get hit from a flash at a certain angle, it's now going to last even longer. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought the flashbangs already lasted a really long time. So that one's an interesting one. I feel like that's almost encouraging more flashbang spam. So I'm curious to see the full feedback just based on the replies to this tweet going out. Players were not super thrilled with that. Then lastly here, they increased the frag damage radius as well. So frags will have a bit larger of an explosive radius, could be a little bit more lethal now if that's your go-to equipment. They got a slight buff there. Also, for what it's worth, on the official Black Ops 6 Trello, where Treyarch is going through and talking about some of the fixes, some of the other updates they're working on, they do have a couple of things listed currently as being monitored, even though they have released fixes for them. This includes bonus XP being granted for your Season 5 rank and Battle Pass within MW3 and Warzone, so you might notice that some of the awarding for that XP is a bit delayed, but if you are playing the Black Ops 6 beta, you aren't already max level for Season 5 and you don't have your Season 5 Battle Pass complete, you are getting XP towards those. It just might take a little bit to show up. And then also, they are still monitoring audio in this game. They've put out several different audio updates to make footsteps stand out a little bit more and just help out with the overall audio cues. But it's something that I think is going to evolve a lot more headed into the full launch of the game, considering, like I said, they've dropped multiple updates, but it's still something they are monitoring. Then you'll also notice, yes, there is fully a fixed schedule now for that ADS transition timing for the full launch of the game too. And then as of this morning, we got a September 8th patch as well. And with this, we got some new content. Stakeout is a brand new map. This is a strike map, so it's much smaller. It'll be available in the gunfight playlist, then also the face-off playlist. And there is now the gunfight mode in and of itself. So gunfight's now available on Stakeout and Gala. We also saw an update for face-off. Kill confirmed has been added back into that. There's now base rank double XP as of the time that you guys are seeing this video, and double weapon XP is continuing, and there's even more server-side stability updates going out in this patch as well. So updates on updates on updates today. So yeah, with all that being said, that is effectively everything that ended up changing with what I would assume to be the final Black Ops 6 beta update for the year. And of course, the next time, like I said earlier, the next time we'll get our hands on is the full launch. So the clock is ticking. Hopefully time flies by. It's been flying by this year in general, so hopefully that continues because I'm ready to get my hands on the full game for sure. But that's gonna wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. It really does help share the video around and grow the channel. And if you're new to the channel, or maybe you have not subscribed yet, feel free to hit that subscribe button on your way out so you can always guarantee you are up to date with everything you need to know about Call of Duty. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.